So I'm starting to realize that a lot of the spirituality that I believe in is actually in the Bible. These are my notes, you guys. I take a lot of notes. I told you guys that I wanted to strengthen my connection to God, source, universe, or creator. I've been reading a lot and taking notes. You repent by the renewing of your mind, which is something that aligns perfectly with what I learned from Dr. Joe Dispenza about reprogramming your subconscious mind. When you get closer to God, you find it harder to relate to people in your life who are not on the same journey. AKA, when you raise your vibration through the renewing of your mind, which by the way is a whole domino effect, you feel the energetic misalignment with other people who are not on the same frequency or energetic alignment as you. The more you renew your mind, aka reprogram your subconscious to create better, more positive, God aligned thoughts, the more you'll also positively affect your emotions, which will then positively affect your behaviors. And then it creates this whole domino effect that not only gets you closer to God, the creator, source, the universe, but it also positively impacts your life. Now, the more that you raise your vibration through the renewing of your mind, the closer your connection is to God, source, the creator, the closer your connection is to nature, the closer your connection is to people and all that is, the closer you get to experience this oneness with everything, aka maybe unity consciousness. Positive and negative are two sides of the same spectrum, two sides of the same coin, or good and evil. I just wanted to show you guys my notes, something that I drew up. So this right here is the spectrum, right? The higher you are up the spectrum, aka the higher your frequency, the more you'll experience positive energy. This is lighter energy. The closer your connection will be to God, your closer your connection will be to the creator. The lower you go down the spectrum, right? The more you align yourself with your thoughts, your emotions, and your behaviors to negative energy, dense energy, low vibration, low vibrating entities. This is dense, darker energy. The more you'll experience what they refer to as evil, the devil, Satan, the enemy. So it really just depends what you align yourself with. Your thoughts, your emotions, and your behaviors determine where you land on the spectrum. The amount of growth and evolution you experience is in direct proportion to the amount of truth that you can accept about yourself. So, like I said before, positive and negative are two ends of the same spectrum, two sides of the same coin. Now, where you land on that spectrum depends solely on you, your thoughts, your emotions, and your behaviors, aka your energetic frequency and your vibration. Now, the higher you are on the spectrum, the closer you are to God, source, the creator, aka the higher your frequency, the stronger the connection to source and all that is, maybe what people refer to as 5D consciousness, unity consciousness, and oneness. So what this literally feels to me is that it's the same truth being viewed through many different lenses. The lower you are on the spectrum, the more you sin, the more susceptible you are or influenced by the enemy, aka the devil. AKA, the lower you are on that spectrum, the lower your frequency and your vibration, the more you will experience people and events, situations that are in alignment with that same negative energy, low vibrating energy. Whatever you align with mentally, emotionally, and physically is ultimately the reality that you experience. Whether you are aligning yourself with God or you're aligning yourself with the devil. It's all about your alignment. You can view this from a religious, more spiritual perspective, or you can view it from the energetic, more quantum perspective. It feels like the same exact thing. So, sin, which is actions that keep us in this perpetual state of suffering, is basically misalignment. It feels like the same exact thing. God is a loving presence that exists within all of life, and that includes you. God is always there, and you tune yourself in to that frequency. You tune yourself in to that loving presence, to that loving energy through your alignment with your thoughts, your emotions, and your behaviors. And you can do that through the renewing of your mind, aka the reprogramming of your subconscious mind. So this is me I'm just trying to connect dots. I'm taking a lot of notes. I feel like things are starting to make sense for me. It doesn't have to make sense for you. It doesn't have to make sense for, Christians or, spiritual people or other people, but this is what's starting to make sense for me. And I'm just getting started. I'm not even done. Remember how I told you guys that when something is perceived by the human mind, it just stops being what it was? I feel like this is what's happening here. It's the same truth, right? We know that God exists. We know that it's there. We know what we experience. It's just, I feel like as humans, we tend to overcomplicate things, at least for ourselves. Everything just kind of gets maybe a little bit distorted.